Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make homemade classic baked beans. This is a classic American side dish, and today I'm showing you how to make it from scratch from dried beans. Start by pouring 1 pound of dried navy beans, or you can use other white beans, into some kind of container that has a lid. Then pour in enough water to cover those beans with about, half to an inch of water. Then simply pop the lid on and you're gonna let this sit for at least 12 hours, so overnight works great. Over here I have one that's already been soaking for 12 hours. You can see the beans have soaked up some of that water and they've softened just a little bit. After soaking, you wanna drain your beans and then rinse them with cold water. And then transfer them to a pot. Then you're gonna add in clean water and fill it once again until it covers the beans with an inch of water. Then you're gonna bring this to a boil on the stove. Once boiling, reduce the heat to low and let your beans simmer for 1 hour. Of course, I already have a pot here that just hit its 1 hour mark. After an hour, your beans should be nice and soft, so go ahead and drain them. Set your beans aside for a second and we're gonna put together our sauce for the beans. I like to just do this all in the same pot, so rinse it out and you can use it again. Preheat your oven to 300 degrees so you'll be ready to bake. And then we're gonna get 1 pound of diced bacon cooking in our pot for about 5 minutes. We're just getting the initial cook on this bacon. Remember, with baked beans, it doesn't matter how crispy you cook your bacon, it will soften up with that sauce. After 5 minutes, add in 1 diced onion. You can use a white onion, a yellow onion, or a sweet onion. And then add in 2 diced bell peppers. I'm using 1 green and 1 red. Let this saute over medium-high heat for about 5 to 7 minutes until the onions soften. Now, if you want to make this in a slow cooker, it's super easy. You can saute everything and transfer it to a slow cooker, or you can skip the sauteing and just add everything in raw to the slow cooker. You do get a little bit of a better texture and flavor if you saute first, but if you need to cheat and skip ahead, you can totally just throw this all raw into a crock pot. Once those vegetables get soft, we'll pour in 2 cups of beef broth, and you can go ahead and turn off the heat. Then add in 2 cups of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of ground mustard, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, that smoke is important, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, then 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Pour the beans back in there and stir this all together. This is an oven-safe pot, so I can simply pop the lid on and bake this right in the pot. However, if you don't have an oven-safe pot, that's okay too. You can just transfer this all to a 9x13 baking dish, cover it with aluminum foil, and bake it in that. All that's left to do is bake this in the 300-degree oven for about 3.5 hours. These are so much better than anything you can find pre-made at the grocery store. And like I mentioned earlier, you can also make this in a slow cooker. With these, I didn't saute anything first, and you can see they still turned out pretty amazing. Now you know how to make baked beans from scratch. Of course, if you wanted to skip the dry beans with all that soaking and boiling, you can always use canned. No one will ever be able to tell the difference. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. We'll see you later.